In the Cayman today. Don't know that you've seen the Cayman before. Not that I've been trying to hide it from you. I've just had it parked in a different part of the garage. But I thought I'd just talk about this car for a few minutes on this drive while I got it out. It's an 06 Cayman S. I bought it in 09. It had 19,000 miles on it when I got it. And it was basically half price. It was half of MSRP. So this is a highly optioned car. So it was probably 76 new. I bought it for 36 or 37, I think. And it had 19,000 miles on it, and it was pretty much perfect. So this is what I try to tell you. Don't buy new. You're going to get your ass handed to you if you buy new cars. So buy used cars. You're going to get a much better deal. Find a lightly used, well taken care of used car, and you're going to be much better off. And this car still had a year or a year and a half of warranty on it, so there are just a few minor things that I got ironed out while it was still under warranty, so I didn't have to worry about it. Now, normally I wouldn't even look at a 3-year-old car. If you watch my other videos, I'd say try to look for something 10 years old or older. And normally I do that, but I really wanted a mid-engine Cayman, and the problem was in 09, the oldest Cayman I could buy was an 06, because that was the first year. So I was kind of stuck. So I either had to wait a couple more years until the prices came down further, or pick this one up. And I sold my 944 Turbo in order to move up to this, because I really didn't have a choice at that point. I wanted a daily driver. I wasn't daily driving my 944, and I wasn't driving it very much. That's why I wanted to get rid of it. It was a great car. It only had like 60,000 miles on it, but I wasn't driving it enough and enjoying it enough. So I said, okay, I'm going to step up. I'm going to sell that car for like 14, and we're going to have to spend some more money, but I'm going to buy a Cayman, and unlike the other cars, I'm actually going to drive. I'm going to drive it every day, and it's going to be my rainer, sunshine kind of car, everything but snow, and that's what it's been. So it's got 43,000 miles on it now, and I pretty much drive it wherever I need to go. The other cars tend to stay parked a lot more, because this one's so fun to drive. It's just easy to grab the keys to this and take it out. But anyways, I bought it in 09. It was heavily optioned. It's pretty much got everything in it when I bought it except for nav. So it had PASM, Sport Chrono, the full leather Savannah beige interior. Has the illuminated door sills, which are pretty cool. It's got an aluminum shifter brake handle. This was like a $1,600 option. I wouldn't have paid $200 for it if I was buying this car and ordering it myself, but I guess it's nice that it had it. And I think it's got the upgraded steering wheel, and it had climate control and a couple other things on it. And then over the course of the last 5 or 6 years, I've just sort of tweaked it to my taste. I've added the red door trim. I've added the red rear center console, painted the Lobster Claw wheels, swapped out the spoiler for a black spoiler, put the Cayman side stripes on, did some more blackout stuff on the outside. I did have some black splitters on it, but they fell off. So I had to go back to the original ones. I did put a Remus exhaust on it not long after I got it. So it's pretty much a done car. I'm not sure there's much of anything else I'd do to it. I could possibly put some headers on it or something like that, but it's not like you're going to get that much more power out of this car anyways. But, you're going to spend a lot of money to get very little power, so I just don't think it's worth it. So this project is pretty much done. It's going to stay exactly how it is for the foreseeable future. But it is a great, let me take that back. It is a stupendous car. I thought I would like it when I bought it. I never owned a mid-engine car before, but I didn't think I would love it as much as I do. This car it handles like it's on rails. It's so easy to drive. It's one of those cars where you don't have to be a seasoned track pro in order to be able to drive this car at 8 or 9/10. Really easy. There are other cars, they're going to take a lot more out of you. They're going to feel like they're going to beat you up a bit more to try to drive them at the limit. But this car is just so easy and forgiving to drive. You feel much more confident and capable in it than pretty much any other car you can possibly own. And that's why I really like it. It's easy to take corners with. We're going to pull out in front of this guy. It's easy to take corners in. It accelerates well. It's not a super powerful car. It's only got about 300 horsepower. But you don't need any more than that. I guess the best thing I can say about this car is you could buy this car and own this car, and it would be all you would ever need. You wouldn't need anything more than this. It's got enough power to have a whole lot of fun in, but it's not too much power. It's not underpowered. Everything is it's perfect in it. Everything is balanced to the point where you can go out and just run the living shit out of this car and feel like you're getting everything out of it. And that's what makes it a great car. That's what makes it one of the best handling cars in the world. And if you follow all the social media and the journalists and the YouTube videos and all that stuff, they say time and again that the Cayman it's just one of the world's best cars for the money, and it really is. You could easily buy this car and not feel shortchanged at all, not owning a 911. And I say that owning a 911, they're great, but they're quite a bit more expensive too, and they have some drawbacks too. They have some pluses. They got a lot more power, but every car's got its pluses and minuses, and this car definitely has more pluses than minuses. So if you're looking for a Cayman or even a Boxster, Boxster pretty close to the same thing. I'm not really a convertible person. I've never been a convertible person. The sun is just too much for me in convertibles. My eyes are sensitive as it is. The sun drives me crazy, and the noise drives me crazy too. I can't stand the road noise in convertibles. When you're on the highway, all you hear is the highway noise. It's just, I just want to get out of a convertible as soon as I get in one. So I got to have a roof over my head. But some people, hey, that's their thing. They don't want anything but a convertible, and that's fine. I totally understand that. But whether you're looking for a Boxster or a Cayman, just find a good one that's been taken care of. That's had all the maintenance done to it. Some people are kind of worried about the Boxster engines, but the Cayman engines, they're a little bit different. They're not the same engine as the Boxster, so there's not been nearly as many problems in the Cayman engines. And I had a buddy who owned a 05 Boxster S, and he sold it because he was worried about possibly having an engine problem with it, which he never did. The car was perfect, but he was worried that he was going to have a big bill one day, so he sold it and bought a hot rod. But hey, to each his own. But just find a good one, like you're shopping for any other car, and interrogate the owner and see if what he's saying matches up to what the car's telling you, and then go for it. You would not be disappointed in owning a Cayman, even a base Cayman. I've driven the base Caymans, and they are a hell of a lot of fun. The only reason I bought the Cayman S was I just felt like 6 months after I bought the base Cayman, I'd feel like, man, if I just spent a few $1,000 more, I would have had the S, and then 5 years from now, I wouldn't be kicking myself. So that's why I bought the S, and it just worked out perfect. I wasn't really looking for a red one, and I don't really like red Porsches. Hard to believe it's true, but like anything, you got to find the nicest one you can afford, and sometimes you got to give up a couple things, and color was one of them. But it's grown on me. After I've done the black accents and stuff, it looks really good. There's not really another one like it on the road. So I've been really happy with it. Knock on wood, haven't had any mechanical issues, no real maintenance problems, just the routine maintenance stuff, just keep on top of that and you should be okay. I do have to put some new tires on this thing here in the spring, and I'm not looking forward to that. That's going to be a $2,000 day. So that is one problem. The tires aren't going to last too long. I got Super Sports on it now, and I probably got 15,000 miles out of them, which is probably more than what most people are getting. But you know, it's one of those things where you buy tires and it's like, man, I just spent $2,000 and the car looks the exact same as when I, dropped it off. I get it back and I'm $2,000 lighter in the pocket. I really can't tell a difference. But tires are important. I don't want to discount that. When your tires wear out, just go ahead and replace them. So I got that in front of me, but other than that, this car should be good to go for the summer. And I'm looking forward to that. So that's just a rundown of the Cayman here. We'll do a walkthrough with it. As soon as it gets a little bit warmer, maybe in the next month or so, I'll show it to you. It's really dirty now. It's completely filthy. Back in the summer, I was concoursing it. I had it all cleaned up and clay barred and polished and waxed and all that good stuff, and it was probably as good as it's ever been, but now it's probably as bad as it's ever been. So I got my work cut out for me, but I'll get it done. So there you go, 2006 Cayman S. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you didn't like it, don't hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe, and we'll catch you later. Thanks.